Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has stated Marco Senesi to Tottenham. The deal is now done, sealed, 100% confirmed, and the defender had his medical on Saturday. Dejan Kulusevski has been seen playing basketball. The last time he appeared in a Tottenham Hotspur shirt was 391 days ago, and Sky Germany have reported that João Palhinha wants to make a decision on his future very soon, and the option for Spurs to buy him was set at 25 million euros, and with potential add-ons that could rise the fee to up to 30 million euros, but Tottenham want to pay less. Hi everyone, hope you're well. Chris Cowlin here. Now, this is another edition of Tottenham News, where I'll be going through all of the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has stated Marco Senesi to Tottenham, done, sealed and 100% confirmed, all signed. Fabrizio Romano then states that Tottenham have completed their double free agent signings as planned since April. After Andy Robertson, Marco Senesi joins on a 4-year deal until June 2030. Never in doubt. No chance for hijacks, as Marco Senesi said yes to Spurs weeks ago, and the medical was completed today on Saturday. Fabrizio Romano on Savinho to Tottenham. He has stated Savinho was ready to go to Tottenham 1 year ago. Then if Manchester City tell you that you have to stay, Pep Guardiola is trusting you. Obviously, Savinho was more than happy to stay at the Etihad Stadium and to continue and to sign a new contract, as he did back in September. But Savinho was attracted by Tottenham 1 year ago, and Savinho is again attracted by Tottenham today. So on the player side, I do not see big issues. I think Savinho, Tottenham on player side can get done quite soon. Now it is Manchester City and Tottenham negotiating and discussing, talking about the transfer fee. So let's be patient. Let's see what happens here. But Tottenham are on it. Tottenham are working on the Savinho deal. Tottenham announced Andy Robertson. Soon Tottenham will announce officially Marco Senesi as a new centre-back joining from Bournemouth. So Tottenham are very busy to give Roberto De Zerbi what he wants. Football Italia have just reported that Fabio Prasci is targeting a move for Spurs defender Radu Drăgușin as one of his first acts as Fiorentina sporting director, with the Romanian centre-back a long-standing personal target of the director, who knows Tottenham's operations inside and out, having served as their managing director of football. Tottenham currently value the Romanian centre-back at a minimum of 20 million euros, which remains a significant hurdle for Fiorentina right now. Sky Germany have reported that João Palhinha wants to make a decision on his future soon. The two concrete options are currently Tottenham Hotspur and Sporting. Talks are ongoing. Tottenham currently have good chances. However, as revealed, Spurs want to renegotiate with FC Bayern. The option was to buy him at 25 million euros guaranteed, with potential add-ons that could raise the fee to up to 30 million euros, but Tottenham at this moment want to pay less. Former Tottenham Hotspur star Toby Alderweireld has been talking to Football.London about Roberto De Zerbi and Spurs. He said, De Zerbi, give him time and get the fans back on your side by playing positive football like a team that really wants to play for the badge. That feeling, because what you can say about the fans are the club. That's it. You have to know this, and they supported the team in the last couple of weeks of the season. That was unbelievable, their support. You need to use that. The players need to know, look, this is something special. This is not normal. And if you get this, I think everything will work out. Everyone needs to work very hard to get back in that position, because one time, two times, third time, and you are out. And it is difficult to come back again. Now for a couple of quick ones. La Gazzetta dello Sport are stating that Tottenham Hotspur goalkeeper Vicario is increasingly becoming an important target for Italian giants Juventus. The Daily Mirror in England are stating there is a lot of interest, strong interest, in Tottenham Hotspur star Mathys Tel right now. Now, 3 years ago today, Ange was appointed as Tottenham Hotspur boss. Happy birthday to the Spurs managers, Roberto De Zerbi, turning 47 today, and Spurs women boss, Martin Ho, turning 36. And Kulusevski has been seen playing basketball. He posted a video on Instagram. The Spurs star is currently on the road to recovery after injury. He last appeared in a Tottenham Hotspur shirt 391 days ago. Now, my thoughts on everything in this episode. Let's start by talking about Fabrizio Romano's comments late Saturday evening, talking about Marcos Senesi to Tottenham. He has stated done, sealed, 100% confirmed, all signed, and this is going to be Tottenham's second signing before the window even opens. Tottenham are acting fast on trying to get deals done. The window officially opens in England in the Premier League on the 15th of June. Tottenham Hotspur are lining up a number of players to get deals done as soon as possible. And as Fabrizio Romano says, you know, Tottenham Hotspur are backing Roberto De Zerbi, and I think that Tottenham have realised what a problem we have been in these last couple of seasons. Despite winning the Europa League, you know, we were very, very nearly relegated. You know, you don't need me to tell you that. Last season was extremely tough, and like Toby Alderweireld said in his comments, we can't be there again. We cannot go through that again. So Spurs are acting fast, and Tottenham Hotspur are getting some really good deals done here. Marcos Senesi, really capable centre-back, fantastic signing, especially on a free transfer from Bournemouth. Of course, Argentinian international, and of course, a leader as well, a really experienced player. And of course, Andy Robertson has signed officially for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club as well. So we have brought in two very experienced Premier League players, and two players that have been there and done it, and two very capable, ready now players, and that is very, very important. You know, how many times have we said about players for the future? This is the type of quality, this is the type of experience, you know, that needs to come in and play at this squad, and, you know, get Tottenham climbing up that Premier League table. And like Toby Alderweireld said, backing the manager. You have to back Roberto De Zerbi. And as I've said many, many times, and as I will continue to say, you have to back the manager, and this window has to be very different to how we have done things in the past. Particularly, and I'm going to mention this yet again, you know, 2019, Pochettino saying about the mansion, you need to put the furniture in the mansion, and this is exactly it. We need to start putting real quality furniture in this mansion so Spurs can compete on all fronts. Now, talking about really important players, quality players, Savinho to Tottenham. Fabrizio Romano again has stated that Tottenham are working very hard to get this deal done, to give Roberto De Zerbi what he wants. So, and as I've said many times before, Roberto De Zerbi, wingers are very important to him, his system, his team, etc. And I think that Savinho will be a fantastic signing for Tottenham. And like I've also said many, many times, we need to be very ambitious and, you know, sign top quality players. And Savinho is certainly a top quality player. Now, Fabio Paratici is apparently targeting a move for Radu Drăgușin. This is reports, or these are reports from Italy. Now, Radu Drăgușin is a player that I do expect to go out the door, as is a player like Vicario. I expect him to go out the door as well. The Daily Mirror have stated today again that there's a lot of interest in attacker Mathys Tel. I went through reports a couple of days ago stating exactly this. A number of teams are inquiring to Tottenham whether they want to loan him out or whether indeed they want to sell him on a permanent deal. That one's going to be an interesting one. And like I said a couple of days ago, I think there's going to be a handful, or there may even be a more than a handful of Tottenham Hotspur players in the squad that will probably think a lot about what they want to do in the future. Do they want to play under Roberto De Zerbi? Because up to that point of De Zerbi coming in, I've no doubt that a number of players probably thought, sod this, I want out under Thomas Frank and Igor Tudor. And given that, what a difficult season it was. But they have probably been, quite excited during Roberto De Zerbi's time. So I've no doubt that a number of players, including Mathys Tel, because he wants to be an important player for the football club. Is he going to get the game time under Roberto De Zerbi? Surely De Zerbi and Mathys Tel and other people at the club can have those discussions and work out, who De Zerbi wants to keep. Because, of course, that comment that he come out with in the press conference after the Everton game, 10, 11, 12 players are good enough to play for this team. Is Mathys Tel in that list? That's going to be an interesting one. So a lot of discussions need to take place. And if Spurs are going to offload players, then of course other players need to come in. And as I've said before, again, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I do expect a big turnover of players. A lot of players going out the door, and a lot of players coming in the door. And of course, they have to fit Roberto De Zerbi's system and the way that he wants to play. But I do feel very excited about De Zerbi's style of play. And happy birthday to him and Martin Ho, by the way. Very strange how they do share the same birthday. Now, Sky Germany have reported that João Palhinha wants to make a decision on his future soon. Now, as I've said many, many times about this one, it is a no-brainer for me. Can Spurs spend 25 to 30 million euros and get a player of his quality and get a player that Roberto De Zerbi really, really likes, as he does João Palhinha? I think that this one is going to be a difficult one. I just hope that Spurs somehow negotiate with Bayern Munich and get the deal done. Bayern Munich do not want João Palhinha to return to the club. They want to offload him. So whether it's going to be Tottenham, Sporting, or another club, from what I understand, there is another Premier League club interested in him. There'll be a lot of other teams around Europe interested in João Palhinha. But I just really do hope that he or Spurs get this deal done, because he obviously wants to remain at Tottenham, and De Zerbi wants him to be at Tottenham, and those are two key factors here. Whether Tottenham Hotspur try and use that to their advantage of saying, look, João Palhinha wants us. I just hope that whatever price they can agree on, I just hope that they do agree on a price very soon, and João Palhinha will be a very, very important signing for us in this transfer window. And let me just also say as well, because the club are quite often given a lot of flack, including from people like me. I think a lot of us say that the club don't get deals done early doors. We certainly have this time, and Tottenham Hotspur are acting very, very fast. And there's almost there's 2.5 months of the window, and for Tottenham to be operating this quickly, even before the window is open, is fantastic. And I just hope this does continue. Toby Alderweireld on De Zerbi and Tottenham, what he said about that, I completely agree. Especially the way that he said about the style of play and playing positive football, because let's be very fair and honest about it and very frank about it. Thomas Frank, that was very poor football, and that wasn't the Tottenham way last season under him. Playing for a 0-0 draw away at Brentford, and there were many, many games where it was just quite frankly very, very boring, and that is not the Tottenham way, and that is not the style of play we want to see. And De Zerbi, I just think, is a perfect fit for the way that Tottenham want to play and the way that the fans want to see us play. 3 years ago, since Ange Postecoglou was appointed as Spurs boss. Wow. How time just flies. Of course, I will always have big, big respect for Ange Postecoglou guiding us to Europa League success. So big up, Ange. Let's hope that we see Ange Postecoglou back in the dugout somewhere very soon, because he is an entertaining character and a very interesting character. And of course, I wish him all of the very best for the future. And Kulusevski playing basketball. The Spurs star is on the road to recovery after injury. last appearing in a Tottenham Hotspur shirt 391 days ago. I tell you what, it seems a long, long time since James Maddison was out injured, and of course he got a fantastic welcome back when he returned to the Tottenham Hotspur team. And I tell you what, the cheer will be absolutely huge when Dejan Kulusevski eventually comes back and plays for Tottenham. And I look forward to that day, because we are missing at the moment a top quality player in Dejan Kulusevski. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Keep smiling, stay safe and well, have a good weekend, and I'll see you on the next one. Come on, you Spurs.